hosted by Leif Gantvoort, Travis Oates, Alexa Cappiello, and Dan Billet.
Everything's there!
What's up? I'm Brett Sheridan, and here is today's Game Master, you betcha, Leif Gantvoort.
That's right. My name is You Betcha Leif Gantvoort. Thanks, Brett, and thank you, kids. Welcome to the show that is a game of games. That means that every episode we play games, and every episode is a game where my fellow hosts will compete to get points. Now, that's going to be at my discretion because sometimes the points will be tied to the games we play, and sometimes they won't. For example, Travis Oates, if you were a superhero, what would your name be?
It would be Fat Man.
Okay, all right. I'll give you 5 points for that.
I was bitten by a radioactive fat guy.
I don't need the whole story. I just need the name.
Okay.
5 points for that. Lex Cappiello, if you were a superhero, what would your powers be?
Ooh, I think I would like to time travel.
Time travel. Okay,
Yes,
all right.
yes.
Yeah, I'll give you 10 points for that because I agree with that sentiment. Dan Billet, if you were a superhero, who would your arch nemesis be?
Dr. Evil Atrocious.
Dr. Evil.
That's my
Brother
nemesis.
of
Okay,
Dr.
excellent.
Yeah.
All right, you got there. I'm going to give you 10 points for
Yeah.
that. Okay, but that's how the games are played. Basically, the points just get doled out however I feel fit. And whoever has the most points in the end will win. And so will one of you, okay? Because we also play for a lucky fan who left a comment on one of our videos at Aboveboard TV on YouTube, and we will reveal who that winner is at the end of the game. So stick around because you may win. And what will they win, Brett?
Well, a game, of course, because everything's a game. I thought the kids were going to do that. Oh, there it is. Even the prizes.
Yes, and we can't have a winner without a game. So let's play our first game. Feel my sack.
Oh, boy.
No.
Oh, boy.
Way to start.
All right.
There we go.
So this game is played in 2 rounds. I am going to pass around my dice bag. I'm going to
Okay.
pass that around the table.
That
and
makes this a little bit more palatable.
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
I'm
I
glad
think.
because you just said it's digestible, right?
Palatable? It means,
Sure.
yeah, sure.
All right. Inside the bag are 5 items from a specific board game. Now, without looking inside, you must feel through the sack and try to guess what those items are. Points are going to be granted for correct guesses and creativity, because why not? Then the second round, for even more points, is then deciding what specific game all those items are from. So let's see how tender your touch is as you feel my sack. Here you go, Travis. You can start out. There's my sack. Give it a nice little squeeze.
Oh, boy.
Roll it around in your fingers
Brings
just
me
like
back
that.
to the early days of our career.
Ooh, story time.
Bag handlers.
Sure,
And,
sure, yeah. That's what I mean.
Maybe
Oh,
one of
well,
your
okay,
secret
there's
powers
I mean,
should have
am
been.
I saying things out loud?
No, you can go ahead and write it down on your paddle if you have good guesses.
Oh, because that makes riveting.
If you say it out loud, you're going to give away the answer
That's
to your
true.
other
That's true. You could
competitors.
describe
One,
what
two,
you're
three.
feeling.
I'm trying.
Sure.
Well, I'm feeling embarrassed and little self-conscious over the fact that I'm feeling Leaf sack is what I'm.
I like
feeling.
it. I think you're doing a great job.
You
Yes.
like that? Yeah.
All right, share the sack. Come on,
No.
share the love.
No, it's my sack now.
Yeah, Travis's fingers are just like digging into that
Yeah, it's
sack.
really-
just
really going at it.
Feeling
There's
it.
one thing I'm not quite. Well, all right.
The sack has a little bit of a tumor.
My turn.
It should
You might
probably
wanna
go
get
to the
that checked
doctor
out,
right,
yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got, Lex?
Okay.
How does it feel? Does
There's
it feel
some
nice?
hard items. There's
Oh, I bet there
some,
are.
bendable items.
They should not bend it, though, because they are from a game, and we try to keep our pieces pristine. So please don't bend the items.
Right. Okay. Fine. All right.
Travis
All right,
is writing down some stuff. I think he
Okay.
has good
Okay.
guesses.
So it feels velvety. And it feels okay. So there's
The
some-
sack is velvety.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I
yeah.
don't need you to decide what kind of sack it is.
Oh,
I need
okay,
you
sorry.
to decide what's inside the sack.
Right.
But, you know, yeah. Oh, boy, look at this. Lex is busy writing down answers as well. I think you got a good grasp of what's in my sack.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. As you guys are doing this, I want to give you some clues. All right, this game box comes with more than 650 pieces in it.
Well,
So it is not a small game.
about 8 fewer now, but sure.
It's 5. There's 5 pieces in the sack. All right, and the original version of the game was created in 1956. This is an alternate version of the game that came out in 2015. Okay?
It is from when?
Original, 1956.
Well, I know what game this is.
But this version, 2015.
Well, I know what the game of this
Oh,
is.
you think you do?
I know I do.
Oh, you're that confident.
Yeah.
So you can lock in your answer at any point. The
Sure.
more the quicker you lock in your answer, the more I'm going to give points for. I'm going to give you 5 points just for your confidence.
All
Just
right.
'cause
I
I like that
I
attitude.
have somewhat confidently locked in an answer.
Okay. All right.
So
Dan, how are you feeling? Where are you at with this?
Definitely incompetent. But I'm gonna. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. You keep writing down stuff. Are you done?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Who wants to start? Give me a description of one of the things that's in the sack. What do you
A
think? Sam?
card.
What?
Yes, there's a card.
You
in the
think
sack.
there's a card in there?
Well done, Dan.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, Dan gets points because he jumped in right in on that one. What do you got?
a die.
There's a die in there.
I can tell you how many sides are on that die.
Oh.
You've got an 8-sided and a 6-sided die in there.
Dang, Travis, right there gets another 10 points just for that.
Great job.
There's an 8-sided and a 6-sided?
Oh,
Yes, there is an 8-sided.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I'm glad I could illuminate this for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else that you felt in my sack?
Yes, there was a game piece, i.e., a miniature of sorts.
Some sort of mini.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Plastic pieces.
And or I thought maybe cardboard. Like
Plastic.
maybe okay.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Lex says there was one. I thought I heard you say 2.
Two,
Yeah. Trav says 2. Trav's right. There's 2 in there.
Well, but one is
I got
representative and one is like just kind of shapey.
Like politically or
No, it's like a pawn. It's not
Politically?
represent.
So you think one is indicative of something specific and the other one is more vague?
Yes.
I'm going to say you are wrong.
All
about
right.
that.
I am
Okay.
confidently wrong. With
No,
that.
both pieces are kind of the same sort of thing within the
Interesting.
game. They
Okay.
just come from different factions.
Hmm.
All right. So I think we have all effectively guessed what every piece is. We have a card, 2 separate die, an 8-sided and a 6-sided, as Trev pointed out, and then 2 miniatures. All right.
I know what game it is.
Okay, can I go first then? Because
I mean, I don't want to wreck the rest of this potential game that you got going. I just know what game it is.
Now,
Do all of you have locked in an answer?
locked
of what
in an
you
answer,
think the
yes.
game
Well,
is?
locked in an
Absolutely.
answer.
You-
I just wanted to ask if it was more of a classic game or if it's like,
Well, here's the thing. Like, again, the original came out
58.
in 56.
Oh, 56.
This is a 2015 version that is,
Okay.
not that
Yes,
game, but
yeah.
it is like
All
that
right.
game.
That
You're
we've-
confident as well.
I am super confident about my answer.
I'm going to give you
being-
5
Yeah,
points because I
thank you.
love confidence.
It's
That's
one
one of the things
it's
I
one
love.
we've played.
Oh, Trav gets another 5 points
Yeah,
just for
yeah.
that. Because I think he might have it.
I do.
You guys, you're going to stay
I'm
with the
ready.
locked in
I'm
answers.
ready.
You don't want
Yes,
any more
yes.
clues
I'll go last because I know I'm right.
Oh, if you want to throw out the clues, go for it.
Yeah.
because you
All right,
can
but
change your
don't-
answers.
Yeah.
So go
All right.
ahead.
Thematically, it involves a pointy seat.
Oh, jeez, you're just giving this away.
You're still locked.
I'm not touching.
I-
I'm not
already-
touching.
I
I want
locked-
to.
I
I want to
already-
note that I'm putting my board here and I'm not touching it, so
Okay.
it's proof that I knew this way ahead of time.
One of the pieces is from some folks who are known to pay you back if you lend them money.
Just giving it away.
I don't know. Lex doesn't look so confident right now.
Don't you pick up that thing. You have to stick with what you said. No, you're erasing. She's erasing.
She's so slowly erasing the panel. One little letter at a time.
If she does it really slowly, no one will notice.
We're
Yeah,
not paying attention
absolutely.
to her at
No,
all.
no, no,
She's
Okay,
no.
sure.
Wait,
slowly
wait. No, but
erasing
you
her
said
answer.
because I wrote something down, I locked in.
Yeah.
All right. that's
Travis
fine.
still is probably going to have the most points, Dan second, and you third. All right. Travis, if you are ready, let's go ahead and reveal what you think your answer is.
Oh, it is Risk Game of Thrones.
That is
edition.
100% correct. I'm going to give you 15 points for that.
Game of Thrones.
Dan, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm very clearly. It is Clue. I'm bad at this edition.
Dan gets 5 points. Not 10. I'm going to give you 10. I like that.
Thank you.
So on the classic game train, I said life. I don't know. It felt a little bit like a car in there. So
Oopsie. Oops.
No, it is not life.
I am
Lex.
bad
I'm
at
sorry.
life too, so
All right.
Not at all.
You're not. I'm going to give you 5 points to help your spirits.
thank
you are
you.
not bad at life. No, in fact, yes, it was Risk Game of Thrones edition.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Travis and I have played it. We liked that game
We
a lot.
loved it,
Who did
actually.
you play?
So I was, which one? I don't remember. This was a
Targaryen?
I
while
don't
ago.
remember. This was
How
a
This was
was
a
long
it-
while
time
how
ago.
is it different?
But it's quite different, actually. It.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Like,
I was surprised because I'm not a huge fan of Risk, but I was surprised, A, how much it felt different from regular Risk.
Right.
And B, how well they incorporated the theme
yeah.
into it. Like, it really did feel like you were playing like one of the
Houses.
different
One of the
houses.
houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Lannister always pays his debts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the clue I
Yeah.
gave.
I know.
I thought that was a pretty good clue.
And
Oh,
a
it's great
spiky
color.
and a spiky chair. I got
Yeah,
that
spiky
now.
chair, pointy chair. All right, well, that is the game, and right now the points stand. Lex, you have 20 points.
Whoop whoop.
Dan has 30 points, and Travis is in the lead with 45 points.
For now.
Excellent job.
It won't last.
Yes. So when we come back, we are going to play Now Hear This. So stick around. We'll see you in a minute. All right, welcome back. Thanks, fools.
Thanks,
great.
fools.
Yeah, thanks, fools. Thanks so much for sticking around
You
and
fools.
joining us for our second game. We are going to be playing Now Hear This. You can dance to that if you want to. You can dance
may.
if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
All right.
Why would,
well,
why would I want to do that? If I'm dancing? That seems
All
weird.
right.
maybe you don't want your friends to watch you dance.
So for this game, Brett
friends
is
are
going to be
dicks.
playing a series of sound effects, all right, that suggest the theme of a game. I want you, based on those sounds, to guess the game. The sounds will be played one at a time. You can lock in your guess. Whenever you think you have it, points will be given based on how soon you lock in your answers. Now, if you want to change your answers as more sound effects are played, you can for fewer points, okay? Once everybody has locked in their answer, we will reveal them. Are you ready to play? Players?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Brett, go ahead. Play the first sound effect.
Sure will, Leif. Fools.
Like, I will also give points if you can guess what that actual
Ocean
sound
waves.
effect. Ocean waves. Excellent. Lex jumps right in
oh,
there.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh,
That's
Lex
how we're doing
jumps
this?
right in
All
there and
right,
gets
all right.
points. Huh? Why not?
Six
Why
gun
not?
Lex.
I would like to mention that right now, like 30 people listening have decided they have to go to the bathroom.
Yes, yeah.
Is that what happens when you're at the ocean? You just have to go to the bathroom?
Well, that's what
All
the
the
ocean's
time.
for, right?
What? I mean,
No, trillions of fish. That's
Sure.
what they do.
Yeah.
Pee
Yeah.
right. All that water you're drinking, a lot of fish pee in it. Just letting you know.
Yeah, that's your PSA for the fans
Yep.
out there.
Yep.
You guys, anybody ready to guess the game based on the first sound effect? No one? No one? Come on. Beach?
Go
Come on.
fish.
Ocean waves? Go fish. I'm sorry, Lex. All right, Bretty, play the second sound effect.
I think it was D-Day Game of Thrones edition.
Okay.
Excellent.
Is that
Nope.
they didn't do that one? All right, here's the next sound.
D-Day, good for comedy.
Oh, I'm still sticking with D-Day.
That's one of those like speedboats, like a
Jet
speed,
ski.
like a jet ski speedboat.
Very
No.
long sound
Drone.
effect.
Is it a drone?
You got
To
a
me,
guess as to what
to
that
me, it
is?
sounded smaller. It sounded like an R,
Like an RC car?
RC like vehicle of some kind.
I would say Dan and Lex were closer.
Yeah.
So it's like a boat of sorts.
It's a boat. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lex gets another 5 points for that.
Is it an RC boat?
It is not an RC boat. I mean, not that I know of. Again, I pulled these sound effects off
Sure.
line. It could have
Sure.
been somebody recorded an RC boat and just called it something else.
Is it a boat owned by a guy whose initials are RC?
I think it is.
Well, there you go.
You get 5 points for that.
Is it
Richie
a boat
Cunningham
that's
owned
painted
that
like
boat.
RC Cola?
No, Dan, you do not get points for that.
Oh, I
I'm
know. I
sorry.
don't imagine that I would.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Does anybody have a guess as to what the board game is at this point?
Go fish.
Sorry, Lex. Sorry, Lex. It does not go fish yet.
I have a guess,
It
but
wasn't.
I don't know that it's right.
Oh, lock it in then.
Do you want to go in?
Lock it in, big boy.
You want to go in?
You're behind. You need
Yeah.
you
You
need the
are
points.
locked in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you're
making
not.
a bold decision.
Yeah.
Wow. If you get this right, I'm going to give you so many points.
All right. I'll take them.
So
I mean,
many points.
Yeah, it is the clue. I'm bad at this edition. Clearly.
All right, here we go.
All right. Third sound effect, Brett.
Whistle. It's
Okay.
a whistle.
Lex is always right on top of it. She gets them. That's 5 points for Lex.
All right, forget it. That's my job. My only goal next time is to
to
beat
shout
Lex.
it out.
Yeah. I haven't
Immediately.
been paying attention.
What was that sound effect, though?
A whistle.
Does anybody want to get more specific
steam
as to
whistle.
what kind of whistle that might have
It's
been?
like a ref whistle. Like
A ref whistle. Interesting.
Like a
It's
volleyball
not.
ref whistle.
Not volleyball, not ref.
oh.
What are you looking at me like that for?
It's bad jokes in my head.
If you look at me fondly, it's because you're thinking of something horrible. Is that what
pretty
we're
much.
gonna pull from this?
Because I know that if I said what's in my head out loud, you would love it.
Okay.
Not so much for the show, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Now is this a game that is popular or
I will say
more obscure?
the game itself is obscure, but that does not mean the subject of the game is obscure. What could that possibly mean? Interesting. Okay, sorry. All right.
Are you sure the game's obscure? That's my other worry, is that you're going to say the game's obscure and it's not obscure.
Well, here's the thing. Like, when you say obscure, is it obscure to us? Probably not. But the average Joe out there, it might be kind of obscure.
All right.
Though I think they probably do have it on a Target shelf. I bet it is on a Target shelf.
Okay, so
All
then
right.
it's not obscure. If it's a mass market game, it's not obscure.
All right, then it's not obscure.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Mass market game.
All right, but does anybody have a guess as to the game yet that they want to write down?
Nope.
So far, Dan
I'm now
is the
trying
only
to
one
think
that's
of,
locked in.
I'm now trying to think of a game that you think might be obscure that's a mass market game that isn't really obscure.
That could be a whole list of things.
Santa Monica, maybe?
Oh, I'll be honest. I almost picked that one for this.
Yeah.
That was my choice.
Oh,
That's what I went with.
sorry.
But now
I am
I have
so
a second
sorry.
chance.
But he didn't lock it in.
No, you don't.
You locked it in.
Did he?
You
made
locked
it
it
Oh,
in.
I'm sorry. You said you're allowed to unlock it.
You're right. You're right.
Like,
You
Yep.
did.
No,
I'm
that's
just
true,
following
that's
the
true.
rules
I
of the
don't
game.
like you correcting
That's
correcting me, but you are right.
You've been
in that
holding you
sense.
to your word. Yeah,
So-
that's right. Okay, yeah.
So I want to correct my whistle. It's a lifeguard whistle.
There you go.
So-
Excellent.
Yay!
Lex
Points.
gets points for that. That
Okay.
was excellent. 5 points for the lifeguard whistle note. All right, Brett, play the next sound effect.
Scream. It's a scream.
Oh.
It's a scream.
I think I've locked it in. I've locked it in
Okay.
for the second time.
Okay. It is specifically. It's the scream that we're making internally that she keeps guessing what the sounds are so quickly.
Yeah.
Trav gets 5 points for
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, so yes,
Come
it
on,
was
get on
a
it.
scream.
Yeah.
But you are locked in
I've
again.
locked in again.
Locked in
I
again.
feel like this is going to be a theme every round.
Maybe so.
Did you write down Santa Monica again?
I did not write down Santa Monica again.
All right, because most likely not.
All right, does anybody else want to lock in an answer? I mean, you came in so strong with the lifeguard whistle thing. I thought maybe you were going down the right road.
I think I might, but I'm not.
You're not ready
confident
to
yet.
lock in
I'm not
yet.
ready to lock in just yet.
I'm locked in.
I want to gain some. Some more points for
Thanks.
just hearing sounds.
Okay, all right.
All right.
All right, so then let's play the next sound, Brady. What do you got?
Ooh, you want that one again?
Yeah, give
Let's
that
do that
again.
one again.
Oh.
A crunching sound of something being baked.
Dan, you get 10 points for that.
Yes.
Wait, why did he get 10?
Because you came in the quickest.
And was that correct?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
corrected.
Then I'm definitely locked in
that
twice
is
as hard.
that is specifically
sound?
that is specifically the sound of crunching your hopes and dreams by
Right.
him beating you for the first time.
And I will say, I gave you 10 points for the whistle. I gave you 5 for the
okay.
first whistle, then another 5 for guessing the lifeguard whistle part.
I feel better now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Do you
just
think it was a
adding-
whistle? You don't jump in on these things.
Well, no, because I'm thinking instead of talking.
I mean, it's only an audio podcast.
I know.
Why
I
would
know.
you talk us through it?
We're going to do a whole other podcast, which is just Travis thinking.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch
Tune
it.
into Travis's thoughts, and it's just 30 minutes of sound, and occasionally me going, oh. Huh. Yeah.
And us having no idea what you said.
Just thinking to myself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
No, I made my choice.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
you
too.
did. You locked
I,
in
I,
as
I,
well?
I locked in my choice.
I feel
Still
like
locked
I'm
in.
forced to lock in something.
Still
so
locked in.
I'm going to lock in something.
You don't have to.
No, it's fine.
There's 2 more sound effects.
you-
Oh.
are
Then
you-
yes, I would like to hear some more sound effects.
Because I can guarantee that we're probably wrong. And
How do you
also,
know?
you should not cave to peer pressure, especially not these peers.
Yes,
That's
be
true.
strong. Be
I
strong.
am
Oh, hold it. Peer. Is it peer pressure?
It's the Santa Monica Pier.
Santa Monica
This is
peer
what
pressure.
It is. All right, Brady, play the next sound effect.
That is
Okay, first
dynamite
off-
blowing up.
first
It's
off-
dynamite
first-
blowing up
bullshit.
inside of a
It's
shark's
bullshit.
mouth.
Dynamite.
All right, first up, there were 2 sound effects that happened there. First was Brett's, I don't know
Grunt.
what,
Yeah.
grunt. And now his camera has just completely fallen away.
Brett,
Okay.
are
I was
you
going to
okay?
say, is the Brett grunting part of the sound effect?
It
or-
was not part of the sound effect. However, Dan came in strong with an answer that is way too revealing. I'm only going to give you 5 points for that
Oh, man.
because you are ruining the game at this point,
Yeah,
Dan.
exactly, Dan.
Honestly, you didn't ruin it when you said Santa Monica right in the middle of like the third sound. Like I thought we weren't supposed to throw out
Can I be
guesses.
clear?
Yeah.
I said Santa Monica because I didn't think it was Santa Monica. Not
But-
that I was guessing Santa Monica.
But some of us maybe did.
I know. I understand that.
Like we were really
Sure.
probably going to stick with that the whole time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
Sorry.
All right. Lex, have you locked in an answer yet?
Not yet, but keep going.
All right. So we have one more
I have locked
sound
in. You
effect.
know, I locked
Obviously
in.
wasn't
I know
that
you
specific.
and
You've
Dan
locked-
have locked in.
At the same time, I think.
All right, Brady, play the
Nope,
last
I was
sound
before.
effect.
Oh, you were before me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still haven't fixed my shot, folks. I still haven't fixed my shot.
That's a great look for you,
Oh,
Brett.
I've locked in my answer.
Oh, really?
So, all right.
Also, as being someone here who does voiceover, if you yell into these mics really loudly, it's not going to sound good.
Understood. I'm sorry. I got
No, I know you
excited.
got very excited. I'm just telling you, these don't have the capability.
All right,
of
so-
handling that, so.
Lex obviously guessed Jaws right at the end.
She was very excited.
I'm very
She was
excited.
very excited.
Almost too excited, some would say.
I am sorry. I am not going to give you additional points for that. Yes, I am. You get 5 points for that. All right. The next person to lock in their answer.
And by the way, it wasn't Jaws; it was the theme to Jaws. Can we just say? I know she yelled
that
out
was
Jaws.
the sound effect, yes.
But the theme to Jaws was the sound effect.
But I also think she was guessing the game.
I
in
think
that
she
moment.
was too. Yes, I think she
All
was.
right. So, Travis, you locked in your answer, what, 3 rounds ago?
Yes, something
right.
along those lines. I wrote monsters on board a boat and then Jaws. That was the that was the actual guess. but-
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you will get 10 points for that, for guessing. No, 15
Sure.
for guessing it right. Dan, you locked in your answer, what, like 5 rounds ago?
It was right after the scream, so yes.
It was
yeah.
4 rounds ago. One
It was
round
one
before
more
I
than
did,
you, yeah. So it was right after the scream, and it was Jaws down at the bottom there.
You get 25 points for that.
I can't read that, so.
Jaws.
Does he get any additional points for giving it away so that like
So that the rest of us didn't have a game to play anymore. You were the shark in the scenario.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the game. Let's go through the points. Lex, you are up to 50 points right now.
Great job. Thank you.
All right. And tied for second and first, Dan and Travis both have
boy.
70 points.
Dang.
So nice work.
Ooh, it's a
Very
game now.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Everything is.
Everything is a
you know
game.
Jaws was shot in Santa Monica.
Right, but it takes place in Amity.
I know,
Yeah.
but technically you were right the first time.
Thank you.
And
And
by
what-
the way, I should point out that is not true.
It was
That is not a real
it was
fact.
definitely
Yeah, for
shot in
those of you
Cape
out there
Cod,
going,
yeah.
it wasn't shot in Santa Monica. I know it's not. Wasn't I just?
I'm
And the Universal
going to
Ballpark.
give a couple of facts just because I wrote them down. The game comes from Ravensburg and was released in 2019. It's based on one of the most influential films of all time. You agree? Disagree?
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And after seeing the film, you'll never feel safe doing this outdoor activity again.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Also,
Thanks,
a lot of
Lex.
people
5
don't know
points
this.
to Lex.
Or surfing.
Sorry, Dan. Swimming is the
A lot
right
of people
answer.
don't know
Fine,
this,
fair
but Jaws is the favorite game of Robert Plant.
Oh, interesting.
wrong
That
fact.
sounds like
Prove me wrong.
A lot of people don't know this, but every word out of Travis's mouth is a lie.
I was going to say, prove me wrong.
Okay. Okay, is Robert Plant still alive?
He was in 2019.
When he played the game. Okay,
I don't know.
When we come back, we are going to be asking Brett 2.5 questions. If he can fix his camera during the break. But please stick around and we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. I am going to be asking Brett 2.5 questions. You would think that that's like the theme of this segment, but it's not. It's just some weird sounds that I found and filled in with. All right, so you might think that this would be the end of us playing a game, but it's not, because we are in an episode of Everything's a Game where...
Everything's a game.
So that means that as I ask Brett questions, the players are still going to try to guess what he might answer to those questions for points. And again, points can be given based on creativity, correct answers, whatever I feel like giving the points to. All right, so Brett, how you doing? You ready for your first question?
I'm good. I got my camera back. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you. Brett Sheridan, what's your favorite gift that you've ever received?
Ooh.
Now, don't jump in with
I
an
know.
answer yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I've got it all ready.
You really?
Yeah.
You're that confident in
Yeah,
it? I thought this might have taken you a minute to think
No,
about.
no. I mean, this is a sense. Oh, I won't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, don't give.
Yeah, I don't wanna give any
too many
hints,
hints away
but-
because our contestants are writing down their
It's
answers.
a great story, and it's a great gift.
Is it? Okay, excellent. Some people are writing out a book. That worries me a little bit. Maybe your superpowers that you picked should have been, condensing your answers a little bit.
I'm guessing what they're writing already, and I'm pretty sure it's
Look,
just very
My
flattering.
enemy was Dr. Evil Atrocious.
I was
so
going to
there's no
say, I
condensing.
chose Fat Man as my superhero. So, just goes to show. Yeah.
All right. Lex is still writing. She's almost done. She is frantically writing. Look at how fast her hand is moving.
We need a frantic writing sound effect.
It's much faster than she was erasing her incorrect answer before.
It wasn't incorrectly. It was. I could have worded it better.
She wrote down Zoloft first, and then
True.
All right, everybody has
That
written
should
down
have
an
been my
answer.
answer.
All right, so Brett,
Yes.
what was your favorite gift that you've ever received?
Okay, so growing up in Nebraska is long story longer. Growing up in Nebraska, every summer or every winter for Christmas, I got a snowsuit, and every single year I got a snowsuit. One year I really wanted something else, and they go, "Oh, were you happy with your presents?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I didn't get what I wanted." And they bring out this thing, and it's the same size of a box as a snowsuit. And inside that box was an Atari. Yeah. Now, you got to understand, we did not have any money at this time. My mom and dad had to sit down and have a discussion about how they could budget out, which talking about it now seems like a tiny little gift, but back then a couple $100
Not
was
at all.
super expensive.
Can I say, because I had a very similar situation. My parents bought me an Atari. Was not a cheap thing back then.
Not at all.
It was about $300,
Yeah.
and that was in 19 money, and that was not a small amount of money. That was a big purchase for my family too. So, yeah.
Yep, thought it was a snowsuit, tended up to be an Atari, just that screaming, thing that I think I got my kids to do once.
I remember when the Nintendo came out, and my family gave me an Atari, and that was so good.
Well, here's the thing, 600, and you're like, but Dad, the company's gone under. They literally don't make any new
but
games
it was
for
cheap.
it. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So, similarly, one of my favorite games as a kid was we got an Odyssey, which was the cheap knockoff version of all those game systems. But I was thrilled. So I can't imagine you guys were rich, Brett.
Oh,
if you got
we
an
weren't.
Atari.
We were not.
I know. All right, let's go around the horn a little bit here and see what did any of you guess an Atari. Dan, what do you got?
I said the gift of dad rock.
You know what? I'm going to give you points for that, though. Just for the creativity of that. I like the phonetic structure of your answer.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Travis, what do you got?
I put, I can't say, but Brett's wife knows.
And she does. 5 points for that. Lex, what do you got?
On the train of Brett's wife, I said an absolutely gorgeous wife. How the heck did you do it?
That's true.
That is an excellent question. That's worth 10 points.
Brett has a hot wife.
Yes, he does.
Well, it's great that
Crazy.
you've all made me feel bad that I didn't pick that as the gift. I chose an Atari. Oh, there it goes again. I'm going to pick a new camera this time. Whoa!
Brett's camera just moved away from him.
Can I
Once
tell
again.
you? Can I tell you, Brett? We're not making you feel nearly as bad as your wife's going to when she watches the show. She's gonna be like, "I gave you 2 children. You didn't pick those."
Brett, the best
Atari.
gift we could give Brett now is to shelve this
It's
and never
to shelve this and never let
release
anybody
it.
see
Yeah.
that.
Brett, do we need to take a pause? So that you
No,
can
just
fix your
do a
camera?
long intro. The camera's going to be on you for a little bit.
Okay, all right. So,
No, it won't. Hey, what am I? Hey, I'm doing a quick impression. What's this? It is a FaceTime with my mom. Oh, look, it FaceTime. It's always,
fixed
Mom,
itself. All right.
lift your head up for the kids.
and then it
Lift your
goes
head up
away.
for the kids. Yeah, it's doing this fun thing. I think this is much better than actually having it work. Here you go,
Okay.
Leif. Go ahead and talk.
All right, so for the second question, I want to know, what were the names of the chickens you had in college?
What? He had chickens?
How many chickens did you have in college? So we know how many.
The story is that, we went to the
But don't
no,
tell
no,
us.
no, sorry,
we just
yeah.
need to know.
Oh,
we need
how
to know
many?
how many.
2 chickens.
2 chickens.
chickens.
Okay.
And I, of course, know this because Brett and I went to college together. For those of you out there that do not know that, we've known each other for years. And yes, we were in college together.
And what were the names?
Yes.
You remember?
I don't remember. This is your question.
Well, I'm saying I totally remember the names. as
Well, because you named your children after the chickens, right?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Dan is erasing his answers right now because he is not that confident. Lex
I
is
have 2.
locked.
I have 2 separate
Lex
responses.
is locked. Well, there's 2 chickens, so I hope you have 2 separate
No,
responses.
I have 2 different.
Oh, so
Okay.
2 pairs of answers?
I've locked in.
Yep, me too.
Oh, you have locked in
Yeah.
as
Oh,
well?
yeah.
All right. So, I mean, Brett, you've pretty much given it away.
Yeah, I cannot for the life of me, because when purchasing these chickens, you have to realize that I was probably under the influence of something. When I
A legal
Illegal.
form of medication.
Yeah,
now.
legal
that was
stuff.
not legal at the time.
It wasn't at the time. But yeah, we were at a feed store or something like that, and we'd like, oh, they're selling chickens,
Baby
you know?
chicks.
Baby chicks, and we got 2 of them, put them in a box in our room, and I got to tell you, those things do not shut up. They do not shut up.
So yeah, you could hear the chickens chirping like down the hall all night. And correct me if I'm
they're
wrong.
baby chickens.
You put them in a drawer in the desk, right, with a heat lamp.
Yeah, we really, I mean, if it was a fire, we hit all kinds of things. Fire codes, animal safety, all that stuff was,
Yes.
we ticked all the boxes.
And chickens poop. I don't know if you guys know that, but
What?
they poop. Yeah.
I
Chickens
believe,
poop.
according to the best-selling novel, everything poops.
Oh, best-selling novel.
Yeah.
Okay. But Brett, do you have an answer for what the names were for those chickens?
I'm gonna just for the say, I'm just gonna say frick and frack because I can't remember. I thought it might have been like named after some grunge people, or something like that. It could have been like
Eddie and Chris.
Eddie and Chris, or something like that. But I honestly, the story is great, and don't worry, folks. The chickens lived. I mean, at least for a little bit, because we went to school with a lot of farmers. So I gave them to a farmer kid. He took them back home over the break, and then
They lived
probably
out
ate
their
them.
days happily running around a
Just
pasture somewhere.
Just like that dog your parents sent to the farm.
All right, so Dan, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, what do you
I
got?
just assumed their names were breaded and fried.
It's a good one.
Very
5
simple.
points for that. Not 10 points. I like that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, because that's the only way to have pet chickens.
That's eventually what happened.
Lex, you have 2 sets of answers.
Yes,
I'm
and
curious
Dan,
how this is going to
Kind
work.
of stole my thunder like he does all the time. But okay, so
So I said It's Buck 1 and Buck 2.
Okay.
I like that. That's good.
Okay. Yeah,
And
5
then
points.
and then I also said scrambled and poached. They're babies.
Yep, 5 points for
babies.
5 points for the eggs.
Your
'Cause
thunder
it's
is
it's not the same as
unstealable.
Dan. That is something
Not-
different.
Yeah, a little different.
Okay.
Now I have the actual names of the chickens.
Oh, you do.
that happened.
You remember this?
Once they were at the farm and a little bit afterwards, original and extra crispy.
5 points for that. Yeah.
It's great that everybody went with food related.
Chickens
All right.
are friends, not food.
So this segment is called 2.5 questions for a reason, because now is the time for your half question. Brett Sheridan,
That's me.
if you could have,
Oh, okay.
if
I'm locked
you
in.
could
I'm locked
have-
in.
You're locked in, all right. But it's these people that need to get locked in. So what I'm
Look at 'em
looking for
scribble.
is
Oh, I
you
shouldn't
do
do the
not have to
birds.
finish the question. Just answer the question. Okay. You can finish the question in your head however you want to, and then just write down an answer to that question. Because that's what Brett's doing right now, right, Brett?
Yes, I am just finishing the question.
Yep, and answering it, and you are going to give us that answer as soon as these people lock in their answers. Travis is locked in. Dan is still writing. Lex is still writing. Dan is writing a book. He's got a lot going on. Now he's locked in. Lex, how you doing? You close?
Yes, the pressure. The
There's
heat
no-
is on.
There's no
There's literally nothing on your
I know, I'm
card right
trying
now.
to think. Gosh.
Does it help that I'm talking to you while you're trying to
no,
write?
no, it doesn't. That's literally what I deal with every day.
Well,
is
let's
everybody-
talk amongst ourselves while,
Sure.
while Lex
Yeah,
is
yeah.
still
And
writing.
let's not talk about Lex
No,
and how
no,
she's
not
not
at
writing
all.
anything down.
Don't want
We
to put
don't
any
want-
extra
don't make
pressure.
her
on
Right.
Lex.
We don't
Wouldn't
want to
ever wanna make her
distract her.
Go,
self-conscious.
keep going, guys. Like, you can go and do other
Oh, yeah,
Hey, did
we're
I ever
doing
tell
it.
you about that one time that I was with Lex and she wasn't writing anything in her paddle?
You know what? That reminds me of the time that I was also with Lex. She wasn't writing anything.
Oh.
It was right in the middle of a podcast.
How's it going, Lex? Are you close?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I wrote
She
something
does,
down.
She does have some words written
Great.
down. That's your answer.
That is my answer.
Why is the pen still in your hand?
Because I am trying to finish. You all are distracting me.
So you are not done writing down your answer. All right.
Just to clarify, because I thought I knew this game, but so I finished the question and I'm giving an answer also, or everybody else?
I just want your answer. You don't have to finish the question.
Oh,
I just
oh.
want the answer.
Hit me with that question again.
If you could have.
I got it. I got it now.
Great job.
Thank you.
All right, Lex, how are you doing?
Good.
All right.
Okay.
Lex is locked in. Everybody's locked in. Brett, if you could have.
I would have done it a lot earlier.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure you would have. I'm sure many people would have. Travis, what did you think that Brett was going to say?
I would have said my children, honey.
What?
It's him going back and explaining to
I
his
got
wife.
it. I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a callback.
It was a callback.
You get points for that. I'm sorry that you had to explain it. That is very
Sure,
clever.
sure.
You should not have had to explain that. That's an excellent answer. Lex is still writing. She was not locked in before. She is changing her answer.
No, I'm not.
You-
I'm adding to it.
Okay, you're clarifying. You could have done that verbally. You
That's
didn't have to
true.
write it down. So what do you got? What do you got? What do you think Brett would have said?
So I said I would have roasted my chicken friends instead of giving them away to my farmer friend.
I like
all right.
that.
That's excellent. I'm going to give you 10 points for
Thank
that.
you.
That-
And,
that's
and the
nice.
question again was
If you could have.
3 cheeseburgers and a 6-pack.
Dan gets points for that. Brett, what was your answer again? If you could have?
I would have done it a lot sooner.
Okay, do you want to expand on that, or are you just you good with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Story time.
children's story. No, is it a children's story? No, I know. I mean, yeah, I would have. I would have.
No, that's good. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You're right. Yeah, we don't need to go down that road.
I would have. I would have had to kiss the girl.
Hey, Brett, can you change that from innuendo to just spelling it out for us?
Wait, do we have to spell innuendo now?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, that's an excellent game.
next-
If any of you can
next
spell
game.
innuendo correctly,
Spell
I'll give
innuendo.
you points. No, all right. So that's the end of our interview segment with 2.5 questions with Brett. The points as it stands: Lex and Travis are tied
Ooh.
in second place with 85 points. And Dan, you are in the lead.
Yes.
With 90 points.
All right.
Now, Brett Sheridan, because you participated in our 2.5 questions, I'm going to ask you to stick around and play the last game with us. But you are not coming into the game with no points. You are going to come in with one more point than our current leader, which is Dan, who has 90 points. So you will get 91 points when we come back from the break and we play Rock and Dice Roll. Yeah, what are you laughing at, Dan? You know, like that setup?
I was kind of expecting like a rock, like a riff.
Yeah.
I know. Honestly, if I thought it through, that's exactly what I would have done.
You literally had two choices: a roll sound or a rock sound.
Yep, I know.
You didn't go for either.
I did. This is what I went for. Yep, that's it. That sums up the game perfectly.
Yeah.
Stick around because when we come back, we are going to play Rock and Dice Roll.
Sounds like a Leonard Bernstein falling over.
Okay, welcome back. We are at the final game of this episode. We are going to be playing Rock and Dice Roll.
Rock and dice roll.
God.
Okay, so for this game, I'm going to be naming a board game. I want you then to name a band or musician that is the philosophical equal to that game. There is no correct answer, and yet, you know what? Hey, come on, there kind of is.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
gonna
Dan.
judge them.
Not song, band or musician or particular song.
Hey, I just want some musical influence.
All
If
right,
you want to
great,
go with a
great,
song,
great.
I might give points for it. I might not.
All
Depends
right.
on how I feel in the moment. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Like if I gave you the game Terraforming Mars, an obvious answer would be 30 Seconds to Mars.
Rocket Man. Wow.
But let's play the game. Rock and Dice Roll.
That's just every
I
time.
can't wait to keep playing that.
Every time.
Oopsie.
Yeah, oopsies is right.
time.
Okay, so the first game that I want you to find the musical theoretical equivalent of is Blood Rage. Blood Rage.
Lights, camera, action!
And remember, Brett, you are playing this game with us now.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, and you started with 91 points.
Blood Rage.
Blood Rage. Everybody loves that game. Family, friendly. And Lex locked in right away. I'm going to give you points for locking in so quickly. I'm so
Thanks.
proud of you. No.
No.
Lex gets points, not you, Travis.
I understand.
All right. But everybody is locked in. Brett, are you locked in?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's start with you, Bretty. What do you got?
Oh, no, don't start with me. That was what we call in the industry a misdirect.
Bait and switch.
All right,
Yeah.
Lex, since you came in so quick, I'm interested in knowing. What do you got?
It's a little-known band called Rage Against the Machine.
Okay. All right.
All of their songs,
All right.
really.
I'll give you 5 points for that. All right. Travis Oates, what do you got?
I chose Sound of Silence, Disturbed version.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Disturbed tie-in is nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 10 points for that. All right. Dan, you look quizzical.
Yeah, I chose the band Thrasher, which I'm not sure is a band.
No,
I'm not sure it is either.
Not a
It's a
band.
magazine.
Skateboarding magazine.
It
right?
is a
Yeah.
magazine.
Which is what I meant to do. Yeah.
And that ties into Blood Rage how?
Exactly.
No, I want the argument. Give it to me.
Yeah, in the sense that
Blood Rage is fictional, and so is his answer.
I was thinking more of like headbanging thrash music would tie into Blood Rage in the sense of like Iron Maiden is what I should have said.
Or that when you are a skateboarder, often it involves blood.
Right.
And
Yes,
you get
true.
rage when you cannot complete the trick that you are trying to do.
Or people have road rage and then run you over as you try to do your trick.
So are we just supposed to choose an adjective?
I
Or
guess.
is that
He's
what we're
just
doing?
trying
or?
to help me.
Oh, okay. I
Less
just
like an
want to know how
idiot.
it's played. I just want to know how it's
No,
played.
I appreciate the
Yes,
help.
yes.
Thanks.
You're right.
Thanks
I
for
can't
that.
give you points for
No,
it.
no,
but,
please,
you know.
of course not.
take some away because that was
I
bad.
can't take
yeah,
points
no, I
away.
know.
All right. Wait, Bretty, What is your...
Well, I mean, Dan's answer isn't as bad as me being preoccupied with switching the show and not thinking of an answer, but I have given myself some time, which I know you didn't give me, so I'm sure I'll get points for that. I'm still stalling right now, perhaps.
your brain is turning. The gears are churning.
The gears are turning. I'm just thinking about bands, and that something about that theme for this segment has really triggered me to say the Rolling Stone magazine. No?
It worked for Dan. At least Rolling Stone has to do with music.
Yeah,
I will say
It also has
Metallica.
rolling.
Metallica. All right.
Metallica,
I'll
sure.
give you 5 points for that. Metallica, 5 points. All right. The next game that I want some musical equivalent tied to is...
I'm sorry, can we have the lead-in music? Without
Yes,
the lead-in
of
music.
course. We are playing Rock and Dice Roll.
Okay, because without
Excellent.
that, I don't feel like I'm really rocking it.
I understood.
Okay,
Understood.
sure.
All right.
It's like
So
the last notes before the Warner Brothers cartoon.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
All right. The next game is Isle of Cats. Isle of Cats. Some of us played this last night. This is an excellent game. One of my favorites. But what is the musical
locking in my
theoretical?
answer.
Oh, geez, Lex. Man.
Great job.
I'm
Thank you.
so proud
It's
of you.
amazing what I could do, and I don't feel pressured.
Oh, boy. Dan's locked in. Travis is still writing.
All
Brett,
right.
Brett, are you paying attention now? You got it? Isle of Cats.
Blood
looking-
rage. Blood rage. My answer is blood rage.
All right, Dan, what do you got? Let's start with you this time.
I went with the obvious Stray Cats.
Stray Cats?
So
That's
that they've
not
all
bad.
ended up on the island because
That's
they've
not bad.
strayed
I'll
pretty
get.
far.
I'll give you
Yeah,
5 points for
that's
that.
nice.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, Travis, what do you got?
I ended up going Cat Stevens, specifically
Ooh, I
the
like
song
that a lot.
Moonshadow.
I like
Oh,
that.
I like that a lot. I'm gonna give you
That's good
10
stuff.
points for that. Lex, what do you got?
All right, I'm gonna bring in the Disney a little bit and do "Everybody Wants to Be a Cat" from the Aristocats.
Oh, wow,
Yes.
musical
Yes.
reference. All right, I'm gonna give you
Have you
5
ever seen
points
that
for
movie?
that. Years ago.
Oh, okay.
Duchess Kittens. Is that one?
Yes,
No,
yes,
okay,
Yeah.
All right, and Bretty, what do you got? Isle of Cats.
I mean, this is 2 on the nose, but Catmandu. Way better than everybody else's, for sure.
Catman.
I would have went with The Cure.
The
Love
song
Cats.
Catmandu.
Sure.
Love Cats.
Sure.
That's
Are
what I
you
would have gone
going
with.
to Catmandu?
What? Yeah, you guys were
I
wrong.
just
Is what
assumed
I'm
it would.
saying.
No,
Yeah,
is
sure,
that,
no,
is
that's
that a
fine.
magazine?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a magazine. It's not going to be.
I'm
what
just looking for
From
magazines
now on, you
this
should
week.
just
Yeah.
answer with magazines.
Magazines.
Vanity Fair.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Harper's Bazaar.
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna say.
Cat Fancy would have been
Yeah,
perfect.
Cat Fancy.
I'm sorry, Travis. You need this. All right. Rock and Dice Roll is the game.
All right, that just makes me feel so.
So for the next game that I want the musical equivalent of, I think this one's the hardest. So I'm interested in seeing what you guys come up with. For this, Flux. Flux. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Oh, Braddy, so
Yep.
proud of you.
Yep.
Yeah, very proud of
Great
you.
job.
Thank
Good
you.
job. I mean, Flux is a game that I actually
Locked
love.
in.
Lex is just asking for points now, and I'm going to give them to her because that's what she's doing. All right. Yes, Brad, what do you got?
I don't know why I'm even bringing this up, but I'm like, I started to get like self-conscious that people think I'm giving myself the great job sound effect. I wanted to point out that Leif did that. So 5 points to me. I can't get points.
Brett
Who's
gets
talking?
5 points. Brett gets 5 points.
Great
All right. Actually, give me your answer. What do you got for Flux, Brett?
For Flux, I did, of course, Huey Lewis and the News, Back in Time, because of the flux capacitor in the Back to the Future
there
That
film.
is a 10-point answer. That is excellent. I'm very proud of you on that one.
Very nice, Brett.
Great job.
And that was me giving him that sound effect. All right.
Because that matters.
It does, I guess. In your psyche, it matters, and we must address your psyche. Lex, what do you got?
Brett stole my thunder.
Stop it, really?
But there's a band called the Flux Capacitors.
All right.
So,
I'm still going to give you 10 points. 'Cause
Thanks.
I still like going down that road, even though
Yes.
Brett got there first. It
That's
doesn't
fine.
mean you didn't start on the journey on
It's
your
true.
own. Travis.
Well, I had to go Thomas Dolby because she blinded me with science.
Ooh, and that's great. Yeah, 10 points for that. I like that.
Yeah.
Dan, you look sad now.
Yeah, I wish I had written Scientific American. Like that, but
Yeah,
what
here's the thing. I'm going to give you 5 points
Okay.
just for that joke.
I'm just gonna say
like
that's my answer.
it. No, come on. Give us your answer. What do you got?
My answer is Billy Joel.
Why?
Well, don't go changing to try to change flux. Don't go changing. That was
Yeah,
my thought.
you should have
just
said
the,
that.
way-
You
just
should
the
have
way
stuck
you are.
with
I should have stuck with.
Here's a new
just-
rule.
Yeah.
If he tries to tell us subtly that he don't got something we want to hear, we just listen to him.
Pass.
Yeah, we just go,
Was
you
it-
know what?
was it subtle
Scientific
when
America.
I said you don't want to hear
I
this?
know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think we just listen to him. We don't force it.
We trust his judgment of his own humor.
Oh, yeah,
I understood.
yeah.
All right. So the next game, which of course we are still playing, Rock and Dice Roll.
It's a train wreck.
That's terrible.
Literally, you have Dan on the side of the airplane with the parachute diving out, and we're like, no, we want to hear it.
Next game, Colt Express.
Colt Express.
Another game I like a lot. I'm not embarrassed to admit that. I like that game a lot. Brady and I have played it a lot.
Locked in.
Oh, you really are.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to give you
I
points.
could be
just
lying, but
No, I'm giving you points for coming in that confidently. Everybody else is still writing down their answers, so they at least have an answer. Well, that's not true. Lex is not writing down anything. She
my
does not
goodness.
have an answer.
We're
not pressuring you. Just ignore me. I'm not even here. Just write down whatever you want. It's not like we're talking about you or anything like that. Just ignore me.
All right.
Okay, there she is. All right.
Miss America.
Right. Once again, the game is Colt Express. Dan, what do you got?
Well, I've got two answers really. One is Equestrian Monthly,
5 points. 5 points.
and Kenny Rogers.
Oh.
Why Kenny Rogers?
Well, it's got a country feel. He's on a train, the express part,
Train bound for nowhere.
Yeah, and he's of course, I also imagine him packing a Colt at his side.
Yeah. You know what I watched the other night? The Greatest Night of Pop, or that documentary about We Are the World. It's a good documentary, and Kenny Rogers is in it a lot.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so glad I went on that
You got
tangent.
there.
That paid off a lot.
Equestrian Monthly.
Equestrian Monthly. I gave you points for
Okay,
that.
great.
All right, Travis, what do you got?
Well, I took the obvious, which is Bon Jovi.
I
Because
think it is
not only
obvious.
was he shot through the heart, and you are to blame.
Wait, I am to blame?
You're to blame.
What
but
did I
also,
do to John
on a
Bon
steel
Jovi?
horse he rode, and he was wanted dead or alive as a result, I'm assuming, of the shooting of the heart. So he's got
all
both.
right.
He's got both of them going.
Yeah, you
there.
get 5 points for that.
Yeah. Went all the way down to the bottom of it.
Equestrian Monthly.
Lex,
Equestrian Monthly.
Now, I've never played this game. Is it colt as in like a baby horse?
Oh, my
or is
God.
it a colt as in like a colt, like C-U-L-T?
no, C-O-L-T, and you could have asked for that clarification
Well,
earlier.
you know what? I didn't know.
No, but I
Before
want to hear the
writing-
answer.
I
It's
said
better.
exactly. I said any Charles Manson song because I
Excellent.
thought it was a colt. Not
Okay.
A, not
Still
a
works.
Cult.
What is
Still works,
what
but
is
for
it
other
Charles-
reasons.
Charles
He
Manson
did
song?
music.
No, I know, but I'm curious what songs.
Any Charles Manson song because he had a cult.
Do you
Gotcha.
subscribe to his Spotify list?
No, I don't. I just know he did music and did a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
Lex, I'm sorry, I can't give you points for that.
Why?
Can you give me an answer though? If Colt is the gun, so it is a Western themed game. Go. What do you got?
Oh, Western themed game.
I'll go to Brett. I'll let you think for a
Yes.
second. Brett, what do you got?
well, I can't believe Lex was so dumb to get the Colts confused. Because my guess was the band The Cult, which is honestly, Lex, I'm not lying. I made the same damn mistake.
So I'm going to
it's
give
not
Lex
that
5
dumb.
points just because you also made that
Yeah,
mistake. And I
I
don't
was
want to
like-
punish you for that.
Halfway through Lex explaining, I'm like, oh yeah.
Goes to show how much the above broadcast knows about firearms.
But here's the thing, Brett. We have played that game together.
Listen, I'm pushing 7,000 buttons over here. My brain just heard Colt, and I thought of the Colt. Firewoman was the song. Has nothing to do with the Western.
Only
Okay,
the
excellent.
most famous weapon ever probably created,
manufactured. Yeah,
manufactured in the world. But okay.
All right. Moving on for next round. this will be our final round of this game, Rock and Dice Roll, just to get you in the mood. All right, are you in the mood? Who's in the mood? This one might be challenging too, but I'm interested in seeing what you guys come up with. The game is Uno. What is the musical equivalent of Uno to you? Let this be a personal answer. Let this be something that motivates you or that you can find inspiration in. Brett, you got it? It's Uno. Are you with us?
Now, is that the traditional spelling of Uno?
Yes.
It's Game of Thrones edition.
Yeah, Game of
it
Thrones.
It is not Bruno or...
Are we talking about Charles Manson kind of Uno, or what kind of Uno are we talking here?
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Talking
if
about the
Charlie
young
played
horse.
Uno? All right. Lex is writing down. Dan, are you locked or you look confused?
No, I'm.
You still
I'm
thinking?
good. No, I'm good.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have something.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Is it...
It's not good. I'm just gonna warn you. Yeah.
Travis, you are locked in.
I am locked in. I got locked in immediately.
Travis, give me what you got. What do you got?
It's the Beatles. Not only because they have an entire album called Uno,
sure.
but because Uno is the loneliest number. According to
Loneliest number. Okay, all right. I'm going to give you 5 points for that. All right.
Mine's not as bad as that.
I believe one is the loneliest number is Three Dog Night. Am I correct?
Oopsie.
Oh, Henry Nielsen, Henry.
I believe the Beatles also.
One is the loneliest number?
Loneliest number.
If only there was a way for us to know.
It's a line.
Nope.
No, it's Amy Mann.
Oh, Amy Mann did too.
It's not like people in the comments are going to correct us no matter what we say. And please do. Please leave a comment and correct us
I can
for
sing
every
it.
mistake we've made throughout the episode
yeah.
because we love that. All right, Dan, what do you got?
I've got Menudo because they had so many numero unos that
I'm giving you 15 points for that. I love that reference.
Thank
That's
you.
excellent. Pulls from the archives.
I wish I could prove this because I can't write things down, but I legit had Menudo.
Really?
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but mine wasn't because I thought of the number one hits. It's because it's the only Spanish-speaking band I could think of.
Stop it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you 10 points for that.
I would just like to say, I did look it up. The Beatles did not cover what is the it was from Aerial Ballet, the album Aerial Ballet from Harry Neil, but it is one of the most misconceived that people think that the Beatles did. One is the loneliest number. I don't know why.
I don't know
but
why
and I
either.
did too.
But here's the thing. Brett was correct, so I'm going to give him another 5 points just for pointing out your mistake.
Sure.
Oopsie.
Sure. Thanks for making me look good on camera, Brett.
With an incorrect answer.
Also, the Journal of Soup was my other answer.
The
Just
Journal
to keep
of
with the
Soup.
magazine theme. I had to
Here's
just
the thing.
throw one in.
Now I need to know, is there a magazine called The Journal of Soup?
I'll look it up.
There is not. There is not.
There's that. All right, Lex, what's your answer? What do you got?
The Offspring, pretty fly for a white guy.
For
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
She pulls it in at the end.
Nice.
She gets 10 points for that.
Nice.
Pulls it in right at the end.
The more obscure, the better. I like it. Yeah.
All right, so that is the end of Rock and Dice Roll.
So
I
appropriate.
feel like I'm in the front row. You know what I'm saying?
It's just pulsing music coming at you from all directions. All right, so that is the end of this game. That is the end of the episode. Let's go over the final point tally. Coming in at the bottom, I'm so sorry, with 120 points is Dan.
All from Grace.
Yeah,
there.
no, it's a big
I
fall.
think committing to the magazines might have been a mistake.
Yeah, no,
but
I
I don't want to point out
No.
errors, but
No, please point them out. Let's we could have a whole other podcast.
now coming in next would be Travis with 125. Sorry about that.
One Beatles mistake.
Okay.
One Beatles mistake,
and it cost you the game.
completely out.
Brett, with an impressive showing, comes in at 130 points.
Great job.
I think he got there just because he pointed out all of Travis's
Yeah,
mistakes.
do I get points for
Thank you,
for jeopardizing my job?
Yeah.
And finally, Lex with the win. with 135 points. You are the most winner of everything. Congratulations on your meaningless title.
I just wanted to thank the board game community for the support.
Okay. All right, but that also means because Lex won, that one of our fans wins, and that fan is Narcolepsy27, who commented and said, Brett rules the world, the board game capital of the world, on our video, Brett Street, New York City. That person is also going to win a game because why, Brett?
Everything's a game.
That's right. Everything is a game. Thanks, kids. Everything is a game. To the others of you that lost, maybe your superpower next time should be to acquire more points.
Or just yell out what the sound effects are immediately.
Yep, I'm very proud of you on that. All right, thanks to all of you out there for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment so that you too might win a prize in one of our episodes. Brett, what could they win?
They can win a game.
Why?
Well, I believe it's because everything's a game, Leif.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Everything's a Game is a production of Above Board TV. The show's theme song is composed by David B. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel and other social media pages to access even more of our original content.